What's up, YouTube? It's your boy, The Truth on Wheels, and I am back with another show. This topic is battling lupus, and my guest is Precious White. Hello, Precious.
Hey, how you doing?
How are you?
I'm alright, Captain.
Now, lupus,
Yes.
it affects a lot of people, and somebody's watching has lupus as well. And you're very young. You're actually 26?
26 years old.
26. So, when did you find out you had lupus?
I've had lupus my whole entire life,
Okay.
but I got diagnosed back in 2005, right before I graduated high school.
So, did you have to go to the doctor? Was it symptoms? What?
I always stayed in pain. Now, when I stayed in pain, I was always complaining to the doctor about my body hurting and everything. They never knew what it was until I went to a pain management doctor, and he was going to get ready to give me some medicine for pain. But my heart rate was overflowing at 155, oxygen level was 80. So he rushed me to the hospital, and when they rushed me to the hospital, that's when they found out that something was wrong with my heart. So when they did run the heart test, they had to go back in to my right side of my lung and my heart to do a catheter, and that's how I found out I had lupus. I did stress tests, I did heart monitor for years. None of it didn't show because there's no way to find out unless you do a right heart catheter.
So, the fact that you found out you had lupus was due to your heart?
Due to my heart.
Oh, wow. How long did it take the doctors, because I know you mentioned they found it through a catheter, but how long was it? Years till they found out you had?
It took almost 4 years before.
4 years before you knew you were diagnosed with lupus.
Yes.
But you would stay in pain a lot,
Yes.
and they didn't know why you had
No.
the pain you had.
No.
And it came out to be lupus.
Lupus, yes.
Okay. After you found out you had lupus, did it change who you were? Because judging from the way you look like you're a very outgoing person, like you have a lot of energy. So was your energy down? Did your mood change?
My energy went from sky high as me playing athlete as a basketball player, me playing flag football with my nephews and cousins. I was not able to get up like I wanted to. I was down in the bed. I always had to be on full-time oxygen for the first 2 years because when I walk, I would get short of breath and my heart rate would go up.
Oh, oxygen. Like
Yeah.
an actual machine.
I have an oxygen machine that I have to use at night, and I have an oxygen report machine that I have to use in the daytime.
And it still happens?
Yes.
Today?
Right now, today, I'm supposed to be on full-time oxygen. So with you, I'm doing an interview without oxygen today.
Is it God good?
Yes, it is, all the time.
All right. Okay. So with you, because I'm aware that you go to school and you work.
Yes.
So does your lupus affect any of your daily, because that's considered daily activity?
Yes,
Your daily.
it does. I'm on disability at the school where they have a note taker, a writer, everything for me because I'm not able to write as much as I want to because my hands are cramp up. And changing my colors on my hand to go blue or white, and the weather will affect me really bad. So if it's raining, I'm not able to push myself, none of that.
Push yourself. So, in case you guys didn't mention, she mentioned pushing herself. So you have a wheelchair.
Yes, I have a wheelchair. I'm a full-time at college. I use my wheelchair because the doctors don't want me to have a heart rate goes 155 with oxygen level at 70%, and I'm walking, I can fall and give out. Anything can give out because with lupus, it affects every part of your body. It doesn't affect just your legs, your arms. It attacks anything. So if, like your case, your body maybe affects just your legs. Mine attack my whole entire body.
Well, in my case, with cerebral palsy, it does affect my legs. But I know that you mentioned your hands, and with my hands, this is my right hand. It's the strongest.
Yeah.
This is my left hand. It's the weakest. So my hands do not change colors, but this will be the strongest hand. And I can use this hand with no problem, but this hand, take my hand. I'm barely shaking your hand.
Yes, you are.
With my right hand, it's the strongest.
Yes.
So it affects people cerebral palsy affects people in different ways. But yes, for me, like this leg is the strongest side, this leg is the weakest side. So yeah, it affects people in different ways. But I'm glad to see that you're not letting your lupus bring you down, you're still able to go
I
to
was
school?
at the very beginning, to be honest. I was giving up on life. I went through a bad depression. I didn't care about myself anymore because I didn't know what was going on. Because the doctors couldn't tell me what was going on. So I felt very confused. I was like, why am I attacking why is it me? So when I found out what it was, the doctor said you're gonna have mood swings, you're gonna have depression, you're gonna have a lot to deal with. And lupus is one of the battles where it's no cure for it. A lot of people think it's a cure. It's no cure for it. It's none.
So how much pain do you experience on a daily basis?
On a daily basis, my pain is a 10 every day. Well, on a good day, I might have a 7.
So there are no days where you can just go and you just don't have no pain at all. So you have pain every day. Wow.
Every day.
That's challenging.
Yeah, it's very challenging because I was like I said at the beginning, I was very athlete. I was very doing stuff, playing.
You were outgoing.
I was going. Yes.
You played sports.
Yes.
And now you.
I can't do none of that because if I do it, I will have a problem with oxygen.
How does that make you feel?
How does it make me feel? As of these days now, I'm learning to cope with it better than I was at the beginning because recently I was just put in the hospital, had a lupus flare, and didn't even know I was having one. That's the crazy because I was dealing with it for 18 years, didn't know what lupus was. So when I got diagnosed, the doctors tell me now, you had it so long till you don't know when you having a lupus flare. So it's frustrating because I don't know when I'm having one. But my mom can see when I'm sick, other people can tell, but I can't tell.
Explain, you said lupus flare. Mm-hmm. Explain to YouTube and everybody, what is a lupus flare? Lupus
flare is where you constantly stay in pain, you swell, your arms get swollen, your feet, your ankles. You will sometimes have the balance to even walk, and then 30 seconds later you hit the floor, because that happened to me just last week. I was walking and I gave out. Just my body just completely gave out. I couldn't move. They had to call the ambulance and everything for me.
Wow, so you fell?
Yes.
Due to your lupus. Now, with everything that you got going on, because what you just mentioned, and I'm pretty sure anybody that's watching this video now, battling lupus is something that you can't get rid of. But I would say that you're strong, and it definitely makes you a stronger person. So would you agree to?
Yes, I'm very strong now because with the support of my family, support me back to being who I am and being active. They support me 99.9 to 100%. Hey, you have to get out your bed. You can't just lay here. You can't let it. My grandma told me before she passed away, you're diagnosed. You live with lupus. Lupus live inside you. Don't let lupus take over your life.
Exactly.
And that's and I take that word every day.
And everybody that's watching this video, that's a good point. You gotta keep going. You can't let
you can't none. Because if not, you will be crippled. You're handicapping yourself worse than what you were before you even knew you had it. Mm-hmm. Just pretend like you don't have it.
And keep going on with life.
Yes.
So are you able to look into the mirror and say, I'm precious white, I love myself, and I'm comfortable?
Yes.
You can honestly say that?
I can say that, yes.
Okay, so with that being said, I want you to look into that camera and tell everybody that's watching your video, someone that's diagnosed with lupus, what advice would you give them?
My advice to anybody that's dealing with lupus and it's coming from Precious, keep pushing day by day, second by second, minute by minute, hour by hour. Do not let it affect you, because it will affect you to the point you will put yourself in a mental home, and you don't want to do that. So my thing is, if you have a family, friends, try to stay acting with them. Try to let them get you out the house and be more supportive of try to pushing your own stuff. Because sometimes your family can't do it because they don't know what you're struggling. They don't know your own pain. So you have to make yourself be able to push your own self.
And that is a very good point, that you hit some things right on the head right there, because a lot of times family, they don't know what you're going through. I mean, the support from your family, and I have the best support from my mother, because she's always been there for me.